So as you all know, there are different models to the Honda Vezel. You have the most sought after version, which is the Honda Vezel Z, that has the powered liftgate, and then you have the base model, which is the Honda Vezel X, that has no powered liftgate. But then there's a big boy on the dance called the Honda Vezel Play, and today I'm at Millennium Moto, and I'm going to be taking a look around it, the inside of it, and compare the differences between the Honda Vezel base model, the X, and the Honda Vezel Play, which is this one. Yes, they are essentially the same vehicle, but there are subtle changes Honda would have did and added that makes the Play seem and feel more premium. Starting with the front, you have these stripes here, white, blue, red. I don't know what they signify, but this is on the Honda Vezel Play edition. It looks good. It has that kind of BMW finish, even though you know it's not a BMW. The next change is the sequential turn signals up front. Look at it. It looks nice. Most newer vehicles are coming with sequential turn signals now. On the base model, they don't have any sequential turn to them. It's just flashing. Now, they don't look bad, but when you see them side by side to the sequential turn signals, you can't help but think to yourself, the sequential turn signals does look a bit better than the just flashing. Now, at the bottom here, you have this piano black finish that goes all the way along the side, around the back, all on the other side. And you also have this red stripe here that again indicates that this is a Honda Vezel Play edition. Around the back, you can see the same black piano finish going all the way around. Now, because this car is pearl white and you have this black base at the bottom and then you have the black roof on top, it gives the roof an illusion of floating. You could imagine this vehicle tinted black, like this all black. You have this white vehicle with this black roof and then this black tint. I could see it. It's looking really mean in my eyes. I mean, obviously the law is dumb and they wouldn't allow it. But if you have the balls to do it, man. Hope for the best. Next, we have the wheels, which are 18 inches. This is not to say the base model wheels look bad, because if you saw this, you won't be like, ew, these wheels look ridiculous. No, they actually look good on the Honda Vezel. But when you look at it next to a Honda Vezel Play, then you realize, there was room for improvement. And that is why I love these upgrades. It's like subtle changes that just make the vehicle look better. And obviously, you have the powered liftgate or tailgate, whatever you want to call it, just like on the Honda Vezel Z. It's also here on the Honda Vezel Play. Now, I noticed something interesting. I don't know what it means, but I noticed something interesting. They are supposed to be the same vehicle, which means the trunk space is supposed to be the same. But if you look at the Honda Vezel X, the base model, you can see this indentation here and this indentation over here. But if you look at the Honda Vezel Play, this indentation here is replaced by a flat panel. Now, I don't know if this gives you more space or not, but the back here is not the same on both vehicles. This could mean more space. It could mean the same amount of space with a different layout. I'm not sure at this point. Taking a look on the inside, the extra premium feel really steps up here. You get the same black on white or white on black color scheme that you get on the outside. It carries over to the inside. Look at these rear seats. If you didn't know that this was a Honda, you may think it's a BMW or something. But obviously, we know it's a Honda. Over the door, again, soft touch material. There's even a speaker on the door, on the rear door. Both sides, left and right, there's a speaker on top there. Now again, the base model did not look bad in isolation. If you saw this, you won't think to yourself, meh. But then when you compare it to the Honda Vezel Play, you really see the step up in color scheme, the step up in how it looks. Just adding those white pieces in the middle there, it really breaks up the door and it makes it look really elegant. And that is what I talk about with the simple touches that make things look better. Look at the base model. The base model isn't a bad looking dash. It looks really nice. But then when you compare that to the Vezel Play, that has this red outline in here by the gear shifter, you have the white strip going around like it surrounds you, that breaks up the black. It really adds something. And these things may seem small, but when you consider the fact that most of your time around your car will be spent inside your car, because nobody just goes and stand up next to their car aimlessly. You have to be in your car going somewhere. It might as well be a nice place. When you compare it to the seats of the base version, again, the seats are not bad. When you see this in isolation, they are black, they feel nice, they have a kind of star freckle design going on there. But then you compare it to the Honda Vezel Play and you're like, yeah, these seats are it. They may be a bit more difficult to keep clean given that they have a light color on them, but you cross that bridge when you get there. In the meantime, you enjoy the seats while they are clean. Being the Honda Vezel Play, obviously, you need to have a glass roof because, I mean, why not? You are the king of the hill. You need to be able to see the sky. So, how it works is, over the front seating compartment, you have the shade. You just pull the shade back into its holding area, and that's it. You look up and you can see the sky. This is the shade all the way back. To the rear, you have two individual panels that unclip left and right, and you can store them wherever you feel like storing them. If you have room in the car, store them there, put them in the trunk, wherever. It's a bit of a hassle to have to store them, but most times it's most 1-2 people in a car for the most, so you have room to put them on the back seat or something. You unclip them, and then you get the full glass roof with a center separator where the lights are. And this is how it looks. This is the view from the rear seats. As you can see, large glass to the front. There's a center divider for structural integrity. You must have that. And then you have glass again over the rear passengers that go all the way back to the top of your head. So as far back as you can tilt your head is as far back as you can see the skies. And as you all saw from certain parts of the video, plastic still on the seat. And that is because this vehicle is brand new. It's not roll on, roll off. It's not used. It's not foreign use. 55 kilometers on the dash. From Honda's factory to the port, to Trinidad, to Millennium Auto. When the person finally purchases this vehicle, they may get it with like about 57, 58 kilometers. And that's because it has to go to licensing to license. If it wasn't for that, you may get it at 55 kilometers as is here. So that is the Honda Play. Now, when you compare it to the base model, again, the base model doesn't look bad in isolation. Look at it. It looks really nice. It looks modern. It has an aggressive front end. It looks good. But then if you were to park next to someone with a Honda Vezel Play, you're going to realize, yeah, the Honda Vezel Play is where it's at. You don't really see much of them, You don't see much of them. And that is why the Honda Vezel Z is known as the high end and the Honda Vezel X is known as the base. But technically, no, that is not it. The Z is the mid trim, the X is the base trim, and the Play is the top of the line. And I really like the Play. If I had to purchase a Honda Vezel, it would be the Honda Vezel Play. And that's because I have a slight complex. I never like knowing that I have something that is not the best.